What up? We back. I've been debating all day about this damn this damn battle. Kendrick and Drake, man, we losing sleep behind it. We excited. It's dividing the whole hip hop world. Who's winning? Who's not? What's true? What's not? Who went too far? Who didn't? Who asked for this? Who got better sonically pleasing songs? Who got better disses? Who got better angles? Who's more complex? Who's more layered? Who's more direct? I've been having this debate all day long. I just got off very interesting call with my fifth debate of the day. And I've been trying to work too. I've been actually trying to get some work done. And this is just real captivating, man. It's just so captivating and exciting from a battle rap standpoint and a hip hop standpoint and an artistry standpoint that anytime I'm having these phone calls, I can't stop. Like one phone call I had earlier this morning with my man Reem, we there. I pick up the phone because I told him, I said, forget the Drake one, catch up to the Kendrick joint. And he was like, oh shit. I was like, call me right back. He ain't call me right back. He was on the run. When he did call me back, I was working. And he was like, you free? I was like, I got 10 minutes. Ended up on the phone for an hour. This shit is fucking up my priorities right now. This shit is fucking up my priorities right now. I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't gonna lie. Um, y'all see the title, man. I want us to walk through a deeper look into not only meet the grams, and we are gonna play it again, but I want us to start to dissect some of the bars. I want us to talk about the battle, the angles, how you can possibly win this battle right now, how you could possibly lose it right now. Is it already over? Is it not? So earlier on my stream, for those that was tuned in, y'all saw me. I bugged out. You know what I'm saying? I was listening to Meet the Grams live with everybody here for the first time, and my natural reaction I was bugging out, man. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. We was all waiting for a possible knockout blow from either side, and it just felt like Meet the Grams was it, and I was like, oh shit, right? Um, I listened to it a bunch of times. I went back and I listened to Drake's joint a bunch of times too. I want to slow cook it a little bit more now. I want to slow cook the Meet the Grams a little bit more. Um, I'm currently rating Meet the Grams extremely, extremely high as a diss song. Very high. I already got it in my top 10 of all time. And it can be changed. It can be altered. There's aspects that could make it move into like the best of all time. And then there's also aspects that could make it, lose points. And I think one of the biggest aspects that's obviously on the table right now is this 11-year-old child. Does Drake have I mean, that would be what Pusha T did on steroids, because the first go around, Drake is able to get past that, and get right back to his regular career. And you don't necessarily look at him different. Pusha T comes out, you are hiding a child, and blah, 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 deadbeat mother, and all that. And then we turn to Drake, we say, whoa. And then, Drake, from what I remember, is like kind of stating, I was trying to wait. I've been here. I've been taking care of this kid. I've been, being a father, but I was waiting to tell the world, on my own timing, whether that was the Adidas thing or whatever, however the case would be. That's why I think Pusha called him out like a child is not a rollout. But, at that level, maybe Drake wanted to bring that piece of his personal life forward at a certain time and in a certain way. So I ain't got nothing against that at all. Right. But then there is that piece of it that makes you say, because we heard about the several paternity tests. I think Drake said it himself, right, in an interview, that he had several paternity tests. I had this conversation this morning too. When a man gets a paternity test, what position is he taking? He's taking one of two positions. He doesn't believe it's his, because he's under the assumption that the woman is with multiple people. Like you would never, if you're stranded on an island with a woman and you're the only person that's taking it down, you don't assume that somebody else is possible. You know what I'm saying? So one of the reasons, obviously, that you feel like possibly she could be with somebody else, i.e., she's not all yours, or maybe you just, she could be a hoe or whatever. I'm not saying Drake's baby mom. I'm just saying in general. Maybe you feel like she's a hoe, or maybe you guys never had that level of commitment. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just friends with fucking benefits. Whatever. It's a million scenarios, right? Or you could be feeling like, or felt like you're being lied to, maybe set up because you're this major celebrity or whatever the case may be. And the fact in your mind, the fact is like, nah, this ain't me at all. And I don't want this. Right. So it's either I don't want or I don't believe. One or the other. That's the only reason a man is going to get a paternity test. I don't want or I don't believe. Neither one of those bode well if you're getting a, you know what I'm saying, for the rollout, whether I become a father after the fact or not. The origination never bodes well. And you would think that you would never want a child to know that. You would never want a child to know, like, I had to get paternity tests about you because at first I either didn't want the situation or I didn't believe the situation. You'd rather, I guess the TV story of, the wife lets the man know that she's pregnant and then it flips out in happiness. Oh, really? Oh, I'm about to be a father. Wow. That's the fairy tale story that I think most children will want to come into. So that's why this is different. Because if you're saying the child is 11 years old, it's a different ball game. We're not talking about like a newborn or a baby or a 1-year old or something like that. We're talking about an 11-year-old. And then it has to further not be true because Drake comes out and he says, if I got an 11-year-old, like bring him to me. I'd much rather him just say, like, I don't got a kid, another kid, rather than saying bring him to me. Because the reality is, as a man out there, especially if you're moving around a lot and you're enjoying yourself a lot, you know, he could be being honest, like, I don't know I have a child. So if I have a child, bring them to me and prove it. Right. Which would still make Kendrick shit be off the wall, right? Like we're telling you have a child and you don't necessarily know it. That would be crazy too. So that is one of the biggest pieces. Let's be fair for a second though, because I think that Meet the Grams is really a top 10 diss track, right? But the biggest piece of it is the revelation of Drake possibly is hiding another child, right? Even though for me, I think that there's multiple things in there that still make it scathing and make it crafted like just some wild shit. For example, the first verse, he's just going at his son. Like, you know how disrespectful that is? You know how wild it is to sit here and paint the song or a diss track like I'm having a conversation with this child, a kid, about me while I'm dissing his father? Like, you can't be in the same room and something like that happens, right? No man, no father is ever going to accept that. This is battle rap and the gloves is off and they're saying that to each other. So Kendrick didn't mind crossing that line. It is what it is. So that within itself, that's not a let's prove facts versus fiction type of verse. It's just painting a perspective of what type of man you are based on the past, right? So I think that applies no matter what. Then you're talking to his mother and his father. Now, there's things in there, of course, I'm pretty sure if you're a Drake fan or if you're Drake, you can dispel. But you're painting a picture of your opponent and it doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. The last verse where he's talking directly to Drake, he's saying a lot of things that's painting you as a man that just doesn't look good. Everybody that's reacting to the song, just watch the videos. Watch all these big channels and everybody, even academics, the first time he played it, when he found in his genuine live reaction first time hearing it, everybody is stone faced. Everybody. And I'm watching a lot of these shits. I'm listening to them as I'm working. I'm checking them out. When I first played it with y'all, I started out when I started out nodding my head slightly. And then like within like 4 seconds, as soon as he said Dear Adonis, and then me, I was just like stuck for the rest of the shit because you're in disbelief of what you're hearing, but you only get put in disbelief based on how it's delivered and how it's crafted, right? If that was a different beat, if that was a different rhyme pattern, different kid, even his voice being low, like he is talking and almost sympathizing, almost being empathetic, it grabs you in. It's eerie. It's believable. I just had that debate about believability. In battle rap, not everything that's said is true. Things are stretched, things are fabricated, things could have like 20% truth and 80% of the rest of it you just run with. That's the world of battle rap. And then some of these guys are going based on like little he say, she say, things that were reached for, things that possibly given to them. So not everything needs to be taken for truth. We're not going to be gullible. We're not going to be naive. You can't just tell me something. I'm going to go run with it. But believability is a factor for that reason. No different than our world of battle rap, right? The rappers that just walk up on stage and say, okay, so I'm the toughest. And if you move the wrong way, I'm going to punch you in your face and I'm going to hurt you badly. And then when I'm done, I'm going to go hunt your family and I'm going to take them off the face of this map too. It's not believable. We go, eh. But there's certain rappers and battle rappers, when we hear them say it with the conviction and the believability factor, it hits different. Kendrick Lamar is a believable rapper. And within this battle, he's being very believable. Very believable. Here's another angle that we want to address real quick, too. Um, so I do say, and let's be fair, sticking to the point of not everything we hear got to be true. Let's not just Kendrick rapped it, so let's apply it. Nah, we're not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna be fair. Kendrick saying that Drake has an 11-year-old kid out there, and that's the biggest angle that has come out of this battle so far, right? Along with the pedo shit. Damn, they're saying you next up. You're gonna be looking just like Diddy in a second. But I mean, they're both crazy. If we are to take that with a grain of salt, or maybe Kendrick got bad information, or maybe that's not true. And I see the pictures going around of who this girl is right now. Like academics brought up some girl on the stream, and same girl circled in like the J. Cole and the Little Dirk video and all that. Okay, but still could just be a girl in a video that gets circled, and people's like, that's her. The internet is the internet. The internet is undefeated, right? So you never know. But you got to then apply the same logic to Drake. Let's say we want to just be optimistic and be like, I can't fully believe and jump out the window that Drake has an 11-year-old child. Drake came out, he posted, I want to take his word for it right now. I think he's a credible person. If we're gonna do that, we gotta apply the same to Drake's angles too. Drake came out in his Family Matters joint and dropped a very, very significant angle. Just as dirty as saying you have a child or you're possibly in sex trafficking or a pedo, right? He said your child may not be yours. Drake is saying your man over here, your ex-manager or whoever might be the father of your child. That is a gloves off, haymaker, high level of disrespect, ridiculous out the window angle. Imagine to be Kendrick Lamar in front of the world, finding out, if you don't know already, if it was true, that that child isn't yours, right? Now let's say Kendrick comes out the same way Drake came out, puts up an Instagram post or something like, all right, like my child was born before my manager, my wife, or my fiance even met each other, right? You got to take both sides with that. The same way. You got to be fair. You got to be fair. And here's another thing too. Sorry it's true. Let's keep it 1,000 for both of them, Kendrick and Drake. Me, I'm not gonna trust either one of them to tell me 100% truth in this shit. Why would I? That's to be gullible and naive. I don't know them personally. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. So Drake puts up a post, and oh, we're done. Problem solved. It's corrected. Kendrick comes out and says, my ex-manager never even met my wife. I'm supposed to just believe him? No. It's in their super best interest, not just for the rap battle, but this is my family involved here. Am I the real father? And do over here on this side, do I have another 11-year-old? Neither one of them is going to come out in this fucking battle and admit to it. If either side was telling the truth about those major accusations, right? So, how do you then begin to navigate that? How do you then begin to navigate that? Because the fucked up part of that, then, if that's how we're really going to look at it and be realistic and like, can I really trust you to give me 100% truth? Can I really just apply these angles because somebody else said them? Right? Both sides. Then how do you determine a winner if it's the angles that's really landing and having us go crazy over them? You just got to stick to the impact. You just got to stick to the artistry of it. You just got to stick to the weight. You just got to stick to the, like we said 5 minutes ago, the believability factor. Not easy to navigate. Not easy to. This is me trying to be fair right now because earlier when we was on a stream, and I heard the you have an 11-year-old child angle, I jumped up out of my chair and I said, "It's over. It's over." That was my fan, pure battle rap side of me that said, but I've done stood in front of hundreds of battles where even I knew something that was being said wasn't true. And you know what I still felt? The person still losing. I had this, I've said this before on stream. I had this conversation probably whenever Math Hoffa and Big K battled that long ago, all the way on Guerrilla Warfare. Shout out to both of them, my guys, Big K and Math. Those my guys. I had this hour plus long debate with Math because Big K's third round, for those that don't follow battle rap that much or whatever, or don't remember that old battle. So Math Hoffa had an incident in Cali where he got jumped in the venue while he was battling Disaster, a battle rapper by the name of Disaster. I feel like everybody that's watching this knows what I'm talking about, but just in case, right? Because there's a lot of views coming in on this Drake and Kendrick shit that's from outside of our world, y'all. So I want to talk like people, not everybody that's watching this knows. And after he got jumped, he battles a guy by the name of Big K. In Big K's third round, he says to Math Hoffa, you said I was in the building and I wasn't there. Well, I wasn't there, and I, you deserve what you got, blah blah, all this stuff, clever angle, scathing angle. And I had this debate with Math. Math said Big K didn't win the battle because what Big K to me said wasn't true. And you know what I told Math? We're not, camera's not on, and we're not trying to front for the public. This is in private. I was sitting there arguing about it, and I said, it doesn't have to be true in battle rap. Now, that's a fucked up thing to say, but we watch it happen all the time. You know how many battle rappers have lost battles and said what he said wasn't true? That's not true. That's not true. Fans are still putting the L on your jacket and the L on your resume, right? Because ain't nobody running around doing all the verifications. Now, in something as big as Drake versus Kendrick, we're getting some verifications and we will track down some information. But these battle rappers, they don't get all that after the battle happening. People trying to hunt down the truth. And that's why I always tell battlers as well. I'm like, yo, if you get a crazy angle laid on you in the rap battle, if you think you're gonna get the momentum and the win back by speaking about it in interviews and blogs, you're wrong. Because the battle views never keep up with the interview views. Like the battle rappers will get in these interviews and they'll 10, 15, 20, maybe 30,000 views of them explaining, oh, that's not true. This was a lie. And the rap battle itself got 500,000 views or 250,000 views or 1,000,000 views. So you got hundreds of thousands of people that watched this battle and didn't watch your interview of you explaining it. It just isn't going to happen. This is my way of saying it's a fucked up spot to be in as a battle rapper or in a battle when you can possibly be chipped or damaged badly by shit that's either false or not 100% true. It's a fucked up spot to be in. It's lights out if we find out that these big angles are true. Then it becomes lights out. But just from a battle rap standpoint, that's what you have to navigate and that's what you have to deal with. all the people that don't care to go do the homework, they're just tuned in, they're just listening, and then it hits them the same way it hit me on that on the stream earlier this morning. I said, oh, it's over. You see what I'm saying? Or it never gets invalidated because how do you invalidate their line? I don't have an 11-year-old child. How do you invalidate that with an Instagram post? By coming out in a song and saying that that's not true? We said earlier, I can't trust either one of these guys to be 100% honest with the public, right? Why would I trust them? Imagine the public could just jump out and ask any rapper, any major rapper, a question about their personal life or some accusation, whether it's truthful. You know how many people got legal accusations put on them? And we watch them every day get on camera and be like, yo, so they'll go to Breakfast Club and Charlamagne might ask them about it. So, yeah, this girl said that, you pushed out the car while I was moving, whatever. Is that true? I never put my hands on a woman. Like, it's all of that. You know what I'm saying? You got all types of shit. You got literal domestic disputes. No man, I've yet to see one of these guys with a domestic dispute accusation on them come out and say, all right, everybody, I really did beat the shit out of my ex-girlfriend or my girlfriend or my baby mother or that chick. I never see nobody raise their fucking hand and admit that. So why the fuck am I gonna assume that these damaging, wild ass, possible pedophile, possible deadbeat dad, possible that child ain't yours? Why the fuck I'm gonna believe you when you tell me that it's not true? Am I not making sense here? That's what being gullible and being naive means. It just takes me back then how do you judge the battle? Because when you look out the window and you say, damn, who's winning? It's a vibe. It's a feel. It's an impact. It's what angles are sticking more. Like I said, Drake's angle of that child ain't possibly yours versus you possibly got 11. It's like same level shit. But when you look around, what are we all talking about? I know there's a lot of people that's saying that, oh, it might not be Kendra's kid. But what's really, really the topic out there, the discussion out there, is Kendrick saying you have an 11-year-old. That's really what's sticking. Fucked up to be in Drake's shoes, it could be 100% false. But Drake got to navigate it now. Nature of the fucked up beef. Crazy. Let's move on to this point, y'all, because we walking, like I said, deeper look stream with checks and balances. The deeper, and I'm gonna get to the supers and I'm gonna get to the members. I got y'all. Shout out to all the mods that's in the building, and shout out to my members that's in the building too. Let's continue to walk. Next point. J. Cole. I say this with no joking, no sarcasm. I'm not playing at all. I retract what I said about J. Cole. I retract the whole, oh, he's scared, or he I can't believe you. This is hip hop. I retract it, and I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not playing. I'm not joking at all. I swear to God. Even if I came across in my J. Cole stream sounding like I was violating, like, get the fuck out of here, you. Even if I came across like that, then I apologize. I apologize. I want checks and balances to hear me apologize for that. I'm not saying J. Cole himself is going to watch this. If he does, he does. If he don't, he don't. But I apologize for that energy if I carried any of it. I really feel I was fucking wrong now. You want to know why? Because when I see the level that Drake and Kendrick is, you can't come back from this. We can never be complete friends. We could be, you know what I'm saying, Bishop and Q at the locker, and if we hug while my eyes is over your shoulders, I'm rolling my. Remember that hug they had at the locker? That's the closest Kendrick and Drake could ever come back to, because we seen Drake and Kanye come back a little bit. They did a tour together. They don't know if it fell out again, or maybe that was fake to begin with, or maybe that was just because Jay Prince's influence. Who knows? But Kendrick and Drake can never be friends. If they end up pushing it to the side, like, so we had a good fade, same way Nas and Jay did, cool. That'd be dope to see. Maybe they do a song together. Maybe they get on stage together. But they could never look at each other as I love you and you are my close ever again, because the amount of violation. If what you just did buried me, right? If I didn't dig myself out of this fucking hole, I would have been fucked over. That's why there's just certain people and certain actions that happen in my direction. I have to take that stance. There are people that I've had disagreements with, issues with, beef with, and I squashed it. And I've even done business with them or I became cool with them again. You know what I'm saying? Taking the man road and realizing, like, all right, maybe we both have faults, or maybe I could accept, I disagree, but maybe I accept this other thing that put us in a situation that came in and made that happen. I don't agree with it. Might not respect it, but I could accept it and I could get past it. And there's other things in life, and we all, everybody, checks and balances, everybody in the chat that has something done to them. I shouldn't say everybody. A lot of people that has something done to them where like no matter what, you can never return. You can never return. And I feel like this is that level. So let me stay on the J. Cole topic. I'm wrong because like I said before, when you're in that arena, when you're of that level, these guys know a lot. The same way I can call it another league owner or another battle rapper or blogger or media outlet in the battle rap arena and get the backstory or the budget or the numbers or the early matchups or the gossip or the lies or the truth. The same way I could do that, they could do it up there too. They all fucking the same women. They all hanging around the same people. It, it's the same shit of every industry. If you're in those rooms, you know a lot of what's going on. And the longer you're in the industry, the more shit you're gonna find out. It's just how it goes. You could work for a company. You could have a 9 to 5 and come. The longer you're there, the more you're gonna find out about your boss, your manager, the person that sits next to you, your peers, your group, your team. That's just how it is. That's just life. Regular shit, regular interactions, right? J. Cole could have possibly knew like this is gonna get ugly. And me being a part of that is bad. What if Kendrick called him? Or what if he called Kendrick? What if Kendrick put him on? Like, if Drake and me get to a certain level, I'm gonna violate. I'm gonna put out shit that we've all been hearing or whatever. And J. Cole possibly could have heard some of the same shit and be like, oh, I'll fuck with Drake. I can't be in the middle of no damn rap battle where people is talking about an 11-year-old or pedo shit or because it happens all the time. You can have associations with people and you could hear bad things about them, but you're getting the benefit of the doubt because they're your folks. And you keep an integrity within yourself as being a supportive friend, right? And sometimes, if you don't have all the absolute facts within your possession, we tend to give benefit of the doubt. There's parents and checks and balances. I'm gonna give examples to keep proving my points because y'all not gonna ever make me feel like I'm crazy. There's parents in this chat right now. If you got a phone call that your son or your daughter got arrested for burglary or assault, unless they had a trend of doing that, what's your initial reaction? Not my baby. You see it all the time on the news and shit. Who, Kenny? Kenny couldn't. No way. Because the people close to you that don't see that in you, they're gonna give you benefit of the doubt. Whether they love you, whether they're friends, or whether they've been around you for a long time, they're gonna give you benefit of the doubt. They're not gonna play judge and jury on you. Where's all of Diddy's friends? Are they speaking out on him? No, they falling back. Or some of them probably in private are supporting him. I wouldn't be surprised if the French Montanas or the Jay-Z's or the Fat Joes of the world then gave Diddy a text and say, yo, keep your head up, man. We know a lot of this is probably, you know what I mean? But yo, stay solid until this all passes over. I wouldn't be surprised. You think that doesn't happen? Yet everybody else out here is talking about no Diddy. Y'all already publicly convicted him. So people be knowing that there could be pieces of possible truth or possible uglies next to people that they fuck with. And J. Cole, for all these different reasons, could have said, y'all got it. I'm cool. And it's fucked up because we call it hip hop. We say hip hop is alive, all in the name of hip hop, diss tracks and all that. But once you get to a certain spot, it gets personal. And then if somebody gets hurt, if somebody's career gets really, really damaged, people not going to be talking about it was hip hop, especially if somebody gets hurt. They're not going to say I was in the name of hip hop, right? But hip hop has evolved. Personals and all this type of shit is part of it. It's part of it. You go even way back. Niggas been disrespectful like this many, many times. Shit, they saying that this is the reincarnation of pop. First off, fuck you. And you claim to be a player, but we bust on bad boy, nigga. What? You see what I'm saying? It's been like this forever. It's been like this forever. Niggas, niggas got physically damaged and hurt. And songs come out, who shot you? Separate the weak from the ops. Mob Deep drop a gem on them. You need to be talking about niggas getting shot. Shit, look at the drill scene. They be rap about niggas getting killed. They be doing videos pulling up to your grave site, Fulio and all these niggas peeing on niggas' websites and all this type of shit. It's wild that this is a part of hip hop. Everybody don't want to see it go that far. We want the dirt. Y'all want the tea, but the type of dirt and the type of tea that gets thrown back and forth can make motherfuckers really dislike each other to the point where you put them around each other, they cross paths. Something got to give. Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. Oh, the women never get into it. They could do and say whatever they want, but when they cross paths, it looked like Cardi B was trying, throwing shoes and look, she was trying to get to him. We heard backstage something happened between Jeezy and Ross, right? We heard something happen between Jeezy and Ross. We heard something happen between was it T.I. and Little Flip? Right? We heard that. Hip hop. We all put it in that bracket until somebody says some shit. And it becomes our entertainment. And it's fucked up to be in that spot. It's fucked up for Drake and Kendrick right now. And look, I'm sitting here acting like, damn, I feel bad for them and I'm empathetic. But you go to my earlier stream, oh, it's up, it's going. And the streams before, okay, yeah, I think Euphoria won round one. Hip hop until scary shit. Scary shit. So I think J. Cole now, I was wrong. I think J. Cole did the right thing. Okay. Let's continue to walk. When I put deeper look, I meant it. We still ain't even played it together again yet and walked through the lyrics. Like I meant it when I said deeper look, y'all. I put out a tweet earlier. It said, Meet the Grams is better than Ether. If you don't follow me on Twitter or if you didn't see that tweet, I'm saying it on the stream. I said that on Twitter earlier, y'all. Okay. And it's crazy. I actually got a mixed bag of reactions. I had people on there. I was saying, yo, ARP, he must have woke up too early. ARP is on one. Okay, I saw ARP's tweet. I'm getting off. Butterfly dissed me and said ARP is going for it on 4th down and 23rd. That was funny. You know what I'm saying? And then I seen a lot of people saying, thank you for saying it, ARP. I thought nobody else was going to keep it real, ARP. I don't think either aged well, ARP. You're right, ARP. I got a mixed bag of reactions, which means that this shit is. If 1,000 reactions on Twitter to my tweet would have been like, ARP, you're bugging, then I would have been like, shit, I just got my own ears and my own energies and vibes. And I would have been cool with that. This shit on my Twitter is like 50-50. That's crazy within itself. That's crazy within itself. Now, I will say this. I don't want to retract from the statement, but I do want to leave room for disprovement. If the major angles within Kendrick's joint, Meet the Grams, are disproven, and it may not be easy to disprove something like that, to be honest. We was talking about that earlier, right? I will definitely retract. You know what I'm saying? But if it's not proven to be, false shit, false angles and whatnot, it's definitely going to stay in my top 10. And I'm going to continue to compare it to some of the best diss songs ever. Because I know just how I felt listening to it for the first time. It felt like the lights was turning off in my fucking room and it was getting dark. And I played Meet the Parents with y'all live. Oh no, my bad, not Meet the Parents. That's Jay-Z shit. Family Matters with y'all live. And I was dope. It was just like, yo, that's cool. Ooh, crazy, crazy. The Kendrick shit left me stuck. I had to watch back myself and be like, yo, how did I look? I was just sitting there stuck, stuck. I listened to myself talk on that last stream. I was lost for words a lot. I was hung up a lot. I was being repetitive a lot. I had to watch it back like, damn, because it wasn't scripted. That's why I watch it back because I'm like, this wasn't scripted and planned. Let me see how that shit, because that was the real moment. That was the real reaction. You know what I'm saying? So to get that type of vibe and energy and feel from something, that means something happened, B. Something happened. So in the comparisons to some of the best diss tracks ever, it's gonna sit right there, and we could put an asterisk next to it and leave it in limbo for a while if we want, and just wait to see how the rest of this plays out. I don't want the battle to be over. I said it's over, and it felt like a knockout blow, aka headshot. But I don't want the battle to be over. I want more. I want more angles to come out. I want Drake's response to this stuff. Drake literally can't walk away from this because you walk away, then it just looks like the Pusha T shit, right? Similar angles, ironically too. So it can't just, you know what I'm saying? So I do. We all want more. Like who we kidding? We all want more songs, more angles, more revelations, more things to be proven and disproven. We can put an asterisk next to it, but I didn't feel no headshots that came out until Meet the Gram. It feels like a headshot. It feels like the type of track that stops the beef or stops the back and forth. Like I still feel that way. Like Kendrick, I don't feel like right now Kendrick has to respond unless something else comes out that's just like crazy. I feel like Kendrick don't have to drop any more songs. It's really Drake that needs to do the work right now. It's really Drake. I really think Kendrick could just fall back and chill. He doesn't have to drop any more songs. He don't even have to necessarily respond to Drake's next joint unless it's super crazy. I'm on the phone with my man Reem. He's like, I agree with him. He said, and they're both dope tracks. I fuck with them tough, but I agree with him. Nigga said Family Matters is really push-ups 2.0. I agree. The the impact of it, the vibe of it, doesn't take away from it at all. It's still dope, still crazy tracks, but it does feel like that. It just feels like a Push-Ups 2.0. And then you go on the side of Kendrick and you feel like you're getting new shit, and the believability of Kendrick is factoring in. So let's go to this other one because we spoke earlier about the child angle, the 11-year-old angle. Let's talk about the pedo shit. Like the title says, a deeper look. All right. I'm not some of these fucking lame bloggers that all they can do is just play the song. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all they bring to the table, just playing the song. I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna build with the chat. We're gonna build. And I got shit to say. Right. And y'all got shit to say too. So the pedo angle. The timing of it is horrible for Drake. Obviously, because amongst the biggest news of 2024 is first it was Cat Williams, his interview on the Shay Shay podcast, on Shay Shay's podcast, right? And then you get obviously this battle and the Diddy shit. That's top three news items this year, and they're all super viral, all of them. Like, look, people like Meek Mill getting dragged into it and getting hurt bad, his career getting hurt by it, but it's really the Diddy shit, and Meek is a part of it, right? It's really the Diddy shit. Let me take this off for a second. Hold on, we'll get back. Fuck it, I'll leave it. Fuck it. But it's really the Diddy shit. The timing of that, is very bad. Um, you got to live by the concept sometimes where there's smoke, there's fire. And there's just a lot of smoke around Diddy. It's very hard to believe that he's 100% innocent. He may not be guilty of all the accusations. Some of them could be bullshit lawyers and leeches that are coming with lawsuits. The man's a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes when floodgates feel to be open, you're going to see the opportunist. I feel like frivolous lawsuits are created by cowards and leeches. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. I think all y'all feel like that because we call it a frivolous lawsuit. Frivolous lawsuits are created by cowards and leeches. Okay. And there are some cowards and leeches that have come out with accusations before and money grab opportunities, and Diddy's no different. I feel like some of that can be at play here, but there's just so much smoke. There's so much stories. There's so many people. There's the Cassie piece of it. Could she be a disgruntled woman or whatever? She could be, but it's a lot of smoke. And to put a similar claim saying your crib is next to be raided, you know what I mean? And it fits. Once again, true or not, anybody that's come on the stream late, you got to watch the first half of this stream. True or not, we basically break down why battles aren't always truthful and they don't have to be, and it's fucked up to be in that spot. We break that down, make it really understand it. But when you got that energy coming from Diddy, and then you're trying to apply it to Drake, the reason why Kendrick comes off believable is first of all, he never looked like no troll or whatever. He's come off like always an authentic guy, right? Humble guy, not really a fame chaser, nothing like that. His believability is already baked in his career and his personality as far as what we see so far. The way he's rapping at Drake, the way it feels like, I don't know if I want to say baiting or warning. I almost want to say warning more because I feel like it's very possible that Kendrick doesn't drop Meet the Grams if Drake stopped or if Drake didn't go to areas that Kendrick didn't want him to. Because I really feel like in Euphoria, he said it too much. Friendly fade. Let's not get personal. If you go further, I'm taking it further. That's something you don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? I pray to my brothers, but if not, I'm YMW Mel. It's like 3 or 4 different times where he's kind of. I think that he might not have dropped it. I don't feel. No telling how long he had that material or those angles, but he may have just been willing to sit on his angles. He may have been willing to never put it out. I believe that that's a possibility. That's a possibility. So the believability of Kendrick is hurting Drake with these angles, even though they're not proven or disproven yet. The believability factor. And it also loans to a lot of shit around Drake. It just so happens that we're in the midst of Drake doing a 20v1, right? A lot of people giving Drake credit for that, and he does deserve the credit for that, being in the midst of fighting with all these megastars at the same time, right? But what do we keep saying? A lot of this shit seems to be over women. The Future one, the Rick Ross one, I don't believe him, but that's about French. That could be true, but the ex, you know what I'm saying? The Future, you handle it, okay. The Weekend, the person that he supposedly kissed, John Morant, he said it himself. We already know that Twitter shit over women for bitches is for lame, whatever. All this shit over women. It's all over women. He wants to be this, or he is this era's ladies man. Look at his concerts. Saw women there. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's not wrong being a ladies' man. It's not wrong with having the female demographic hoist you up as a god and buy your albums. And that's dope. There's nothing wrong with that at all. You know what I'm saying? But then when apply him to being around younger girls, you know what I'm saying? Or being a little bit too much into women, because that's possible. Oh, I promise y'all, like I said, we're gonna walk. We've almost 45 minutes in and we ain't played a song yet. We not shallow over here. We could do more than just play the song, y'all. Okay. We could do more than just play the song. We could really, really talk over here. Okay. There's a such thing as being too into women. Same way for women. There's a such thing as being too much into men. If you're too much of anything, what do they say? Too much of anything is unhealthy. Shit, you could drown yourself internally by drinking too much water. Too much of anything is not good. Everything needs to have balance, they say, right? They teach us, right? Women, if you over here chasing men all day, you're gonna fuck her. Something gonna happen. You get burned by STD, fuck around, get pregnant, you could end up with the wrong guy, you can get hurt, you can get raped, all types. Men, if you spend a majority of your time chasing women, you're gonna end up in some bad spots and with some bad experiences, some worse than others. You could be too much into women. And if Drake, if you're having all these problems over women, especially the ones that's linked and tied to people that you fuck with, we keep using the example of you fucked Lil Wayne's girl while Lil Wayne was in jail. You guys didn't have a fallout of beef over it, which is dope, but you could be too into women. So, true or false, the believability and the timing of Kendrick is being propelled. It's being propelled. I'm looking in. Am I going crazy here? All right. I do want to also now talk about the chapters of all this battle so far, right? So we got like that. We got drop and give me 50, aka push-ups. We got the AI joint. We got Euphoria. We got Family Matters. We got Meet the Grams. Okay. For me, I think round one, I like to compare, I did it already. Euphoria versus Drop and Give Me 50. That's my round one. If you want to go 2-2 for round one and say like that plus Euphoria versus Drop and Give Me 50 and Tailor Made AI, that's cool. I got Euphoria besting round one though, because I feel like the layers of it and the response of it and going second fact of it, I think it really came, it edged it out. It edged Drake out. He's in the battle in round one. He's there. If you take Drake's side of it in round one, there's nothing wrong with that. Debatable. I edged it. I took Kendrick in the first round. But there's nothing wrong with what Drake did in the first round. But look at even all the elements of what's being delivered. If you want to talk about a club banger, can you top like that? Right? If I go out tonight, I'm pretty sure I'm going to hear like that. Pretty sure we're gonna hear like that, fellas. If we go out tonight, I know we text. If we go out tonight, we're gonna hear like that. Somebody gonna play. Watch, DJ gonna play that shit. He gonna play it. You want to talk about layers, Easter eggs, clever shit? Listen to Euphoria, and Drake got a lot of clever layer shit too. And Drop and Give Me 50, and I was the one that I didn't even know the whole Whitney and all that shit. Drake too, but Euphoria is like super layered. Oh, I even missed one. My bad. 616 in LA, but I consider that round two, right? Then when you talk about directs, because you got people that's complaining about the direct shit. I don't like all the layers. I don't like all the, I gotta figure it out. There's not a single subliminal or layer or complex bar that needs to be figured out in Meet the Grams. There's not a I didn't see or hear a single sub. Everything was straight right there. Kendrick is showing the versatility. That's spooky. That's scary. And I think the 16 in LA was a throwaway while he was waiting to see if Drake was going to come back or not, the same way Drake did the AI shit, the tailor made. Throwaway. Throwaway. Rollout. Reem, I agree with you once again. This is one of the most masterful rollouts in a battle and diss songs ever by Kendrick. Now, of course, a lot of this era and whatnot, diss track era, whatnot, it wasn't about rollouts. It was like you go in the studio, you make a song, you come out, and then all of a sudden you turn around and there goes Ether. Fuck, jeez, I don't. Was it cover art is a thing? I think cover art took a real big jump in popularity when Pusha T put out the what is it? What is it? What do you call his joint? Well, his diss to Drake, whatever it's called, because the cover art was Drake in blackface, right? That's when cover art took a big jump. People pay attention to their cover art a lot in their diss songs. This fucking shit that Kendrick just did, it to me is like one of the most sinister things ever. The whole thing where you just the 616 in LA, right, is just the glove. And then when you see that Drake, he went to those angles of kids and all that too, and you're just like, all right, well, I had this recorded and I could have dropped it, I could have held it, but hit the button. And now you get the full picture of it, and it turns out to be everybody's talking about. Everybody was like, "What's with these gloves? What is this? What is this glove? Maybach? What is that? Is that about Rick Ross? Is that Maybach music shit?" Nobody knew. And now it's just like this is personal shit This is real shit, which loans to the believability of the angle of there's a mole in your camp and you're this bad person because if you got that level of mole in your camp, they must dislike you for some type of reason. It kind of reinforces what Pusha was saying about, oh, it's 40 that told me about you're hiding a child, even though I really still think it was Kanye. But the way that the rollout and the way that the angles are being either reasserted, glued, or created now by Kendrick, it's masterful. Drake is doing his fucking numbers, but Kendrick he's operating on a higher level right now. He's operating on a fucking high level right now. It's scary. It's scary. All right, we're about to play it, and then we're gonna talk about some of these bars. Oh yeah, there's one more thing that I wanted to say also about that earlier angle of proving or disproving, because the biggest angle right now that's on the table is Drake. Are you hiding again? This time as an 11-year-old? That happens, and it still hits, and we can't act like this is brand new, whether proven or disproven, because the counterpart to that level of success of when you can crown somebody a GOAT in their time or their era, his name is Jay-Z. Jay-Z has had accusations of hidden child or children that's his that he's not claiming for years. We've seen the pictures of the people out there that the kid supposed that looks exactly like him. And it recently started happening again. You see like Oskino doing interviews about it. Like he's talking about conversations that he had with this alleged son of Jay-Z. And he showed Oskino the documentation of like an NDA or something that Jay-Z supposedly gave the kid. Now, is the kid lying to Oskino? Like Oskino could just be getting bad information. That's possible. But Jay-Z has had these allegations not only recently, but forever. Forever. Right? So what happens? We're not gonna act brand new. We're not gonna fucking act brand new, okay? Jay-Z's son coming for child support. We're hearing this now, today, like some recent shit that's coming up. All right, before we play the song, hold on real quick. Let me jump over here. Shout out to all the channel members as always, and shout out to Checks and Balances. We walking right now, right? We 52 minutes out in, and we ain't played a song yet. We walking. We are not the channel that only got to play music. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to the ones that have dedicated reaction channel. I don't want anybody to take that the wrong way. Like the homie Jay Black. He has a channel that's specifically built for reaction videos, right? So that's the expectation, and that's what we go to him for that type of content. But there are also people that, you know, they claim to have a blogging side to them or podcasting side to them. And literally the only way they're able to sit there and be entertained is if they're playing music. Like they can't talk about shit and bore the fuck out of you. Um, Jimmy Hopkins, salute. I appreciate you. The fall of the house of the gram. So I was having that conversation early as well. Art imitates life. And if you saw the Netflix, is it Netflix? Fall of the House of Usher. You know, the kid in there, the little badass kid, spoiled brat, spoiled millionaire, whatever. He throws one of the sex masquerade parties. You know what I'm saying? Like this. Let's talk about that real quick. Fuck it. Sex trafficking, because we spoke briefly about the pedo shit, but sex trafficking. Sex trafficking isn't just you know, when people hear it, I think people just think of like all out prostitution. You know what I'm saying? Like a guy that got a bunch of women and he buses them into an area or into a party and he gets paid behind the scenes, or like a madam. Hell, there was a fucking madam in the movie Bad Boys, right? There was a madam in the movie in Bad Boys Part 1, right? So it could be a madam, it could be a pimp, it could be whatever. Like, that's not the only forms of what happens in sex trafficking, right? Sex trafficking could just be breaking certain state laws and guidelines, age approval, so to speak, or age laws, right? Some of that is accusations on Diddy, from what I remember hearing. Yeah, I mean, like fly a bunch of people from some club in Miami or to Miami and bring them to the mansion party. Fly a bunch of people out of the strip clubs, drive a bunch of people out of the strip clubs, drive a bunch of people out of these parties. Not just Diddy, a lot of celebrities. How many rappers rap about like, yo, I lead a club and the whole club leave with me? I lead a club and 20 girls follow me. All of them is of age. So once these accusations start happening, or somebody comes out and says, "Yeah, I was with Diddy last night. Or I was with the Drake last night, or whatever." You was with him. You 16 years old. Yeah, but I met him at the concert, or I met his handle at the concert. He brought me to the after party. Especially when we talk about like in the Diddy situation, they talk about crossing state lines. Some of these charges become federal. That's where like the sex trafficking laws come in. All right, to these like sex parties or whatever. And Drake having the reputation of being so into women, it's not hard for Kendrick to make it believable, whether it's true or not, that you got some of these same similar parties. That big mansion that you love bringing people to and having fun in, and basketball games and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like 50 Cent, when he owned Mike Tyson's crib, there was what, a strip club in the basement, right? He never used it. Mike Tyson never used it. Boosie got one too. Don't he got a stripper pole in his shit? Like, people got nightclubs in their cribs, strip poles in their cribs. What is it used for? Parties, like, duh. You know what I'm saying? And in these scenarios where you got all these rich people that's doing this type of shit, because I got the women follow the money. I got millions and millions of dollars. Now I could go pick up 20 girls right now, bring them back to my house for a great time. Some of these women is underage, or certain laws could be getting broken. Certain people's getting drugged. Certain people's getting high. Certain people's getting recorded. Certain people's getting exposed. All types of shit. Fall of the House of Usher is a depiction. Art imitates life. Like, these are the world's realities. Who the fuck don't know and don't believe that this shit ain't happening? So Drake could be trying to be the most wholesome person in the world, just having a good time. But when you're putting together situations like this because you're this big leader and boss and celebrity and got the money and having a good time, some situations could not be legit, whether he knew it or not. And I don't want to put nothing like that on nobody. I'm just trying to say, like, this is why Kendrick is able to come across believable or make it hit, even if it's true or not true. Yo, Most K Radio, I appreciate the super homie. Rose in 85. Drake fans are glazing. Diddy, no Diddy. Oh man, that's probably tough out there, huh? It's a lot of mix. They divided hip hop. It's a message to Sama. I appreciate you once again. Dot stands Drake children. That's wild. Oh man. Yeah, they're dividing the whole hip hop world. AK gifted on the channel as always. AK, I appreciate you, my guy. You know how we rock. Phantom Studios, thank you for the super. If Drake responds to this, I believe it's going to get worse. Kendrick's beat selection gets darker and darker. He's willing to go to the pits of hell to win this battle. Drake's stuck in party mode. That's a lot of people are saying Drake's music is more sonically pleasing. You know, maybe he wants his shit to chart or not or whatever. You got to take that into account. I agree. You got to take that into account if you're Drake, because Kendrick is making some dark, scathing, sticking shit. You can't, it can't be no jokes, can't be no short jokes, can't be no, it's serious right now. It's like I said, like, do you still quantify this as being hip hop? Because this is like beef level shit that's being said now. It's wild. I am Quadre. What's good, homie? I need a new joint from you, man. It's been a while. Drake gotta press that goddamn button. If he got one, now's the time to launch the atomic missile. He's begging for Kendrick to come outside. And Kendrick came outside 3 times. 3 times. And now super personal. Yeah, Drake got to. He got to go there. Sama, Eternity Joy Galado just turned 11 on April 30th, the same day Kendrick dropped Euphoria. Oh, more date linking shit that he's doing. I saw the picture. I saw it on Academic Stream, and I see it on Instagram and on Reddit and everything. It's already going around. The picture of some alleged the 11-year-old. Could be true, could be false, could be placement, could be reaching, could be the internet being the internet. But I see it. I see it. Dr. Swagenheimer. Even if you subtract the third verse, If you look deep at the meanings, titles, approach, it's not clear. Kendrick is way up. I said this to my boy this morning. I said, if you take away the biggest accusation that's on the table, the hardest hitting accusation, because Drake's accusation is just as big, it's just not hitting the way Kendrick's is. You take away the biggest hitting joint that's on the table right now, which is Kendrick saying you have an 11-year-old daughter. You're a deadbeat, right? If you take that off of the table, the first verse where he's talking to Drake's son, the second shit where he's talking to Drake's mother and father, the last one where he's just talking to Drake, I still got to take beating Family Matters. It just, it just goes like that. It's just, it hits like, it's just, I'm sorry. That's just how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it. And his rollout, like I said to me, this is the craziest, meticulous setup, rollout, tactical diss song portray that I've ever seen. It's some masterful shit. And winning the coin toss just put him in the position to just execute this shit like a wizard. Scary. Jimmy Hopkins says, if we keep it real, Drake hasn't even surpassed Euphoria. That was 6 minutes of body blows. Drake barely stayed focused on Kendrick for the full 3 minutes. So I I say that you could not be mad if anybody got Drake taking the first round, or if you say the first round is close. I also got Euphoria besting worst the first round. You know what I'm saying? I got it besting the first round. And I'm more of a Drake fan than I am a Kendrick fan. Let's be clear. I've listened to way more music from Drake and followed Drake closer than Kendrick as a music fan and a rap fan and a hip hop fan over the years than I did Kendrick. I'm a big Drake fan. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real with what I'm hearing and how I'm interpreting it. I had Euphoria winning as well. You know what I'm saying? Now, the whole staying focused thing, I think you could look at that both positively and negatively. You could look at that from a standpoint of, well, I mean, if you got The Weeknd and ASAP Rocky and Future and Metro and Rick Ross and Kanye and all these people coming out, these are mega stars. And they're all coming at Drake at the same time. Kanye did a fucking interview saying we're all excited for the elimination of Drake. What the fuck is that? That's crazy. That at that time made Drake actually jump up because we started rooting for him at that point. Like, what? This is getting corny. Everybody's at him at this. Y'all making whole albums to go at him. That actually made us root for Drake for a second. You know what I'm saying? So you could take the side of like, nah, Drake is doing a good job putting his back to the wall and fighting 20 people. You could look at it from that angle, and I respect that angle. Then you could also look at it and say, it's not Kendrick's fault that Drake is spending time, you know what I'm saying, fighting the soldiers while the real leader it keeps shooting you with a fucking grenade launcher. It's not Kendrick's fault. So how do what perspective do you want to look at that from? Phantom Studios. And honestly, it's not too far fetched for Drake or any man in the music industry to have multiple kids and not know. You have free range access to all types of women, and they wilding or willing to go all the way. Yeah, I mean, come on. And you could be in that boat and not even be a megastar. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna start speaking about people that I know close to me and whatnot. Like niggas be having all types of access. Like I know a bunch of millionaires, you know what I'm saying? People that do very, very well for themselves. And we step out and niggas is pulling out. I got videos in my phone, man, proud moments. I'm not stunting right now. I'm just loaning to the point. I'm just being real. I got videos in my phone. I link up with some of my people. I'll be proud. Like you look in the driveways, like this guy got a Bentley GT, like my man Future. My man Aaron got a fucking Mercedes GT. My man Ty got the new S500. My man Ant got the fucking brand new Audi SUV. I'm driving what I'm driving. The shorty over there that pulled up, I'm not making this like it's I'll be proud to be around successful people that really all support each other and got each other's back, and there's no hate and no jealousy towards each other. Everybody's trying to pull each other up. I got something going on and call this person. You got something, and that those type of people, right? Especially when they move together, you can smell it when it comes in a room. You know what I'm saying? We go out, grab. I can't even talk like this because some niggas be having situations they get in trouble, but all I'm saying is yes. So I could just imagine the the Drakes and Jay-Z's of the world. Let me stop. Let me get off this topic before I fucking say too much. Jimmy Hopkins. The culture not acknowledging the blatant lyrical gap between these two. Basically, Molly coddling at this point, nothing about this has been debatable. But you didn't tell me which one you meant. Maybe you mean Kendrick as far as Drake is rapping. I'm not going to do that. Drake is rapping. He's rapping his ass off, man, and he's doing a good job in this beef. It's just Kendrick's rollout, Kendrick's angles, Kendrick's believability, Kendrick's timing, Kendrick going second. It just, fuck. Um, Daylight said there's more coming. I believe I would bet money. I'd take $1,000 bet with anybody that could prove to me that we could stick to the bet. Well, I shouldn't say it. I don't want to bet with people I don't fucking know. Anybody I know that want to bet me $1,000 right now that more is coming, I'll take that bet easily. I'll give you 3 to 1 odds that more is coming. Of course, more is fucking coming. You know what I'm saying? Um, if y'all know Daylight the way we know Daylight, Daylight is a troll, and when there's energy going around, he will find ways to grab from it. Drake could be, I mean, Drake, Daylight could be telling 100% the truth. He could be tapped in. He could be speaking to people that really, really know, or he can also be trolling the shit out of you. You know what I'm saying? Daylight will find a way to attach himself to shit. So Daylight is not the source that I'm gonna go to in this situation to be like, yo, so what's happening with Drake or what's happening? Did you speak with Drake or did you speak with Kendrick or did you know anybody from Top Dog or TDE that could tell you something? Like, yeah, Daylight knows and he works with TDE. Might be signed to TDE, but Daylight's troll factor, gotta be careful. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my nigga Daylight too. That's my nigga. But I mean, we know Daylight. K dot up. Shout out to Sammy 416. K dot up. But what's the shock value in him saying Drake, a womanizer, etc.? Isn't that what most rock stars do? I'm not normalizing it, but most megastars got unknown kids and crazy groupie chicks, rock, rap, etc. Agreed. Agreed. I'm not saying that there's shock value in painting somebody as a womanizer. If you really peer into the way that he's crafting it and the way that he's putting a perception on Drake, he's putting a perception of on Drake of being a bad person and having moles around him because of the way he treats people. So if you treat people badly, that bodes towards being a possible womanizer. Versus like you could have a bunch of women and treating them good, or you could treat them all like shit and just, you know what I'm saying, treat them all like objects, right? It's not bad until somebody sheds a light on it, or it's not bad until somebody makes it look bad. And he's doing a good job of making certain shit look bad. We could have all been saying, I'm pretty sure after this concert tonight, Drake might be taking 10 women with him. But then when you're in this type of rap battle and Kendrick paints a picture on you of being a possible, candidate for what Diddy's being blamed for, then if you're gonna say that, yo, we gotta assume that the Drakes of the world, because of who he is, got all these women around him anyway, then like I said earlier, like we gotta also assume that he's probably having these parties as well. I'm not saying that all out this sex parties or whatever, but he having these parties too, having these get-togethers. Some of these women coming through, some of them being taken right out the club by him or his boys. You don't even gotta be Drake. If you're Drake's friend, you could bring 50 with you. Yeah, you see big guy over there just performed? I'm with him. Oh, you with Drake? Yeah, we all heading back to the spot after. You coming? Okay, wait, I got 5 girls with me. Like I said, I'm with Drake. We going back to the mansion. Bring them all right now. We got 20 cars outside, 20 sprinters outside. Grab your girls right now. We out. Oh, we don't even gotta be Drake. You know what I'm saying? Niggas get in trouble from what they people do sometimes. Why do you think they say when you get to a certain level, you got to be careful who's around you, how they move, how they react? Will they be putting hands on people? Do they know how to protect you the right way? Well, they say comments or things publicly that could damage you. You don't even got to be Drake to get in this type of trouble. It could just be your house, right? Y'all know that when it's your property, you liable, right? It could just be Drake crib. You don't even got to be there. You don't even got to be home. He could be out of town. He could be letting his boys use the crib. Drake gonna get in trouble. It's your crib. That's how the law works. Like, we got to open up our minds to the why some of this shit is sticking. Yet, Sammy 416, you still make a good point, but just factor in the shit I just said. And it's just like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? It's just fucked up sometimes, but that's the world we live in. Tommy Redding says the only way Drake could win is if his camp gave Dot fake info. It's over. whether you're giving fake info. Oh, you mean if Dot was giving fake info? So I heard something like that today. Um, I heard something about that today of like the mole. Um, I won't even get into it. We'll see what unravels. I don't want to put that out there, but yeah. What if Kendrick is going on fake information? Very very possible. Very very possible. Um, we gonna see. We gonna see. It's spooky. Bars up E. Well, all of this, are we still mad at Cole? Rewind the stream. We had a whole part where we talked about J. Cole. All right, this looks like the last one I'm gonna play the song. The song. Jay-Z Camp is riding with K Dot. Interesting. I don't think somebody like Jay-Z should come out with and take any horse in the race, but you said his camp, so I'm not sure what that means. Wait, real quick, what's this? ARP Fragrances, Blind by Royal Crown, Sultan. Just trust me on this. Shout out to Unpopular Opinion. My mom's in the building. We talking about taking us off topic, huh? I'll check it out. I'll check it out. All right, let's play it. We sat here this whole time, really, really chopping things down for an hour and 10 minutes. And I shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Checks and Balances, and shout out to all the members on the channel. I appreciate y'all. We've been here for over an hour. And when we said taking a deeper look, we stayed true to it. We rocked out. We went through everybody's comments, supers, and I spoke for over 50 minutes my damn self. When I said we was gonna walk, we just walked. So I appreciate everybody for being on stream here. But let me change the view this time. Before I kept it more like focused on me. Let's amplify more so the lyrics this time when we play it. All right, let's go.
Dear Adonis, I'm sorry that man is your father. Let me be honest. It takes a man to be a man. Your dad is not responsive. I look at him and wish your grandpa would have wore a condom.
Obvious disrespect. I mean, if grandpa wore a condom, it's not just disrespecting Drake saying, you wouldn't be here, but it's the kid. The kid, you wouldn't be here neither. Like, Drake got to be pissed off. Any father is pissed off hearing this. Are you talking to my son?
I'm sorry that you gotta grow up and then stand behind them. Life is hard, I know. The challenges always go beat us home. Sometimes our parents make mistakes that affect us until we grown. And you're a good kid that need good leadership. Let me be your mentor, since your daddy don't teach you shit. Never let a man piss on your leg, son. Either you die.
And while they sharing around the old, interview of T.I. talking about when his man peed on Drake accidentally in the movie theater. It's kind of pretty much like confirmed situation, right? They say how like Drake unfollowed T.I. after that. He spoke on it and everything like that. But just rehashing things sometimes still makes it hit and makes it bad.
Right there.
And then once again, you disrespecting me as a father. So what, you're telling my son I'm pussy? You know what I'm saying? Like, a nigga pee on you, you die right there, or you shoot him right there, you kill him right there. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to teach his son shit. What you mean teach my son shit? I'm his father and I'm in his life. Why are you trying to teach my son shit? Disrespectful.
Pop that man in the head, son. Never fall in the escort business. That's bad religion.
Escort business. So we spoke about the different definitions and layers of sex trafficking. It's not just being a madam or prostitution pimp, so to speak, or something like that. Escort business. It's another one. Y'all know what escort business is.
Please remember, you could be a bitch even if you got bitches. Never code switch, whether right or wrong. You're a black man, even if it don't benefit your goals. Do some push-ups, get some.
That right there, that's a tough one. Never switch up. You know what I'm saying? You a black man no matter what. I don't remember the actual science behind it, and I just remember the example like a long time. It could be over 10 years ago. Remember what Mariah Carey? She did these interviews, and she was like identifying as a black woman, not as a white woman, even though they be mixed. You know what I'm saying? Racially, They be mixed, but something about like the when you're mixed with a black man, like the dominant gene or something like that, or a black woman, right? You identify as black. You don't identify as the other race that you're mixed with, right? And here it goes again, saying that, no matter what, uphold your blackness. Uphold it, even if it don't benefit you. Never be a sellout. Don't get on no Uncle Tom shit. You're a light skinned child. But, if the circumstances in front of you cater more towards a different race or a different type of skin tone, never abandon your blackness. Scathing. Like, just imagine how you plant the seed in a child to say, play this when by the time you're 18 years old, you understand. It's like some Kill Bill shit. Remember when she killed Vivica Fox and then her daughter walked in the kitchen and saw a mother laid out and it's like, look, if you feel the way when you get older, I'll be waiting. This nigga Kendrick is laying a fucking futuristic seed for his son to double back and possibly put narratives on who his father is. This is so disrespectful.
Discipline, don't cut them corners like your daddy did. Fuck what Ozempic did. Don't pay to play with them Brazilians. Get a gym membership. Understand, no throwing rocks and hiding hands. That's law.
Clear.
Don't be ashamed about who you with. That's how he treat your moms. Don't have a kid to hide again. Be sure 5% will comprehend, but 95 is lost. Be proud of who you are. Your strength come from within. A lot of superstars that's real, but your daddy ain't one of them. And you nothing like him. You'll carry yourself as king. Can't understand me right now. Just play this when you 18. Dear Sandra, your son got some habits, I hope you don't undermine them. Especially with other girls that's hurt inside this climate. You're a woman, so you know how it feels to be in alignment with emotions, hoping a man can see you and not be blinded. Dear
Just talking about my mother, period. You know what I'm saying? People die for that. People getting beef for that. People, all types of shit. Just talking about. I mean, you opened up with your first words was "Dear Adonis." You did my son, but the way you talk it to my mother, it's like he's also trying to like turn his family on him. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's always trying to turn his family, well, not his father. He's like blame his father for shit, but like damn, they're trying to turn his mother on him. Like,
Dear Dennis, you gave birth to a master manipulator. Even using you to prove who he is a huge favor. I think you should ask for more paper and more paper and more paper.
that right there is crazy. So obviously having a black parent gives you the pass to fully identify with black culture. I mean, you can identify with black culture no matter who you are, but fully align yourself with black culture, say the word nigga, or all that. You know what I'm saying? You can fill out an application if you want and say you're black, right? Or mixed, whatever. But trying to put the perspective on Drake that he pushed his father out in certain ways to give him validation within hip hop, which is black culture, right? Hip hop culture, pushing him out there as, you know what I'm saying, to give himself that validation is another stinging angle. And it just once again, the way he's delivering this, the beat, his believability, it does make you like put certain things together. It makes you look, you don't have to believe it, but it still makes you look at Drake like, and that's all that really matters in a rap battle. Just make you even just question the opponent. It's just like,
I'm blaming you for all his gambling addictions, psychopath intuition, the man that liked to play victim. You raised a horrible fucking person. The nerve of you, Dennis. Sandra, sit down. What I'm about to say is heavy. Now listen. Your son's a sick man with sick thoughts. I think niggas like him should die. Him and Weinstein should get fucked up in a cell for the rest of their life. He hates black women, hypersexualize them with kinks of an info fetish. Grew facial hair because he understood being the beard just fit him better. He got sex offenders on OVO that he keep on a monthly.
stop there for a second. So we spoke then in the last, stream about what a beard is, right? I'm not saying that that's why Drake, grew a beard. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean to play as it or whatever. I'm not saying that at all. But this right here, he got sex offenders on OVO, paying a monthly allowance. So these accusations, they start to get a little crazy, B. They get crazy. Hold on, go back one quick second. He hates black women. I don't believe that. I think he really loves Serena Williams. I think he was all caught up in Serena Williams. But to put him in the same boat as Weinstein, the man said, I think people like him should die. If you're willing to say within a song like this, I think people like him should die while talking to his mother and his father, or talking to his mother. This part is talking directly to his mother. You're really trying to say this is true about him. Like the way he's crafting, it just has so much dark believability to it. It's just, damn, hypersexualizes them with kinks of nympho fetish.
Sexualize him with kinks of a nympho fetish. Grew facial hair because he understood being the beard just fit him better. He got sex offenders on Hovio that he keep on a monthly allowance. A child should never be compromised, and he keeping his child around him. And we gotta raise our daughters knowing there's predators like him lurking. Fuck a rap battle, he should die so all of these women can live with a purpose. I've been in this industry 12 years. I'ma tell y'all one little secret. There's some weird shit going on, and some of these artists be here to police it. They be streaming hunting victims all inside of their home and calling them tender. Then leak videos of themselves to further push their agendas.
Then leak videos of the. I mean, so once again, the sex masquerades and the sex parties, and go back in the stream. We spoke about a lot of stuff. It absolutely happens up there. You know, it comes with the territory. Some of it is clean fun, and some of it is lavish partying, and some of it is crossing certain lines, and some of it is illegal, and some of it is doing some fucked up shit. It's the truth of what happened. And once again, it's not even just the big mega world. Like rich people and popping people get shit like this moving a lot. It's the world we live in. This is the world that we fucking live in. But if you go back to this piece right here, hold on, go back to the Freeman and the video piece. Like, is he alluding to there being footage of this shit? Or footage of Drake, or footage of people around him, or footage. Once again, if I'm Drake, I got to continue to navigate. Like, is this everything that he has? This is already hitting me badly. I'm looking outside and everybody got Kendrick winning. All of the biggest channels that do reviews and blogging, they all got Kendrick winning. And they got this track just really going crazy on Drake. But I got to ask myself now, is there more that he has? Is it possible? Damn, navigating this just for the sake of winning a battle or your fans and rapping could be detrimental to yourself and your family and your friends and your career. It's like, damn, decisions. And I'm already of the opinion that we're going to get more. Oh, tough.
Then leak videos of themselves to further push their agendas. To any woman that be playing this music, know that you're playing your sister, or better yet, selling your niece. To the weirdos, not the good ones. Cat Williams, I give you the truth, so I'ma get mine. The embassy about to get ready too. It's only a matter of time. Hey, Lil Bron, keep the family away. Hey, Curry, keep the family away. To anybody that embody the love for their kids, keep the family away. They looking at you too if you're standing by him. Keep the family away. I'm looking to shoot through any pervert that lives. Keep the family safe.
Painting a dirty picture of Drake. Painting a real dirty picture of Drake.
Dear baby girl, I'm sorry that your father not active inside your world. He don't.
Did he change his voice like this for the when he's talking to the kids, and then it's different when he's talking to the parents and when he's talking to Drake, right? Because there's a part when he stopped right before he gets to you lied when he's talking to Drake where he turns up. He definitely turns up, but the octave might have a clear difference of when he's talking to the kids versus when he's talking to his parents. I think I just picked up on that, and it's just like little details like that. It's some mastery shit he's doing.
Don't commit too much, but it's music, yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, narcissist, misogynist, living inside his songs. Try destroying families rather than taking care of his own. Should be teaching you timetables or watching Frozen with you. Or at your 11th birthday, singing poems with you. Instead, he being Turks, paying for sex and popping perks. Examples that you don't deserve. I want to tell you that you're loved, you're brave, you're kind. You got a gift to change the world and can change your father's mind. Cause our children is the future, but he lives inside confusion. Money's always been illusion, but that's the life he's used to. His father probably didn't claim him neither. History do repeats itself. Sometimes it don't need a reason. But I would like to say it's not your fault that he's hiding another child. Give him grace. This the reason I made Mr. Morale, so our babies like you can cope later. Give you some confidence to go through something. It's hope later. I never want to hear you chasing man, cause it's felt behavior. Sitting in the club with sugar daddies for validation. You need to know that love is eternity and trumps all pain. I tell you who your father is, just play this song when it rains. Yes, he's a hit maker, songwriter, superstar, right? And a fucking dead beat that should never say more life. Meet the Grams.
His voice right there sounded like Pusha T. I ain't gonna lie. Never say more life. Yeah, that's all he needed was the ad lib at the end. He sounded like Pusha right there. I ain't gonna lie.
Dear Hobby, I know you probably thinking I wanted to crash your party, but truthfully, I don't have a hate.
Nah, he's kind of using the same voice when he's talking to Drake too, as the kids. At least it seemed like it.
Bone in my body. It's supposed to be a good exhibition within the game, but you fucked up the moment you called out my family's name. Why you had to stoop so low to discredit some decent people? Guess integrity is lost when the metaphors doesn't reach you. And
I like that he said decent people, and that seems so simple, but the wording I think matters because you continue to paint a picture of this person over here as this disgusting devil, horrible person, and I'm not perfect. You know, I like it's just the word selection because you said basically if you say discredit some good people, right? And then people come like, what? Like Kendrick, come on, like we know that you had fallouts with your fiance and you didn't marry her yet, and then you ain't perfect. Try to be no angel, but decent people, like I'm not reaching. It's just word placement, word selection. The picture is being painted so well to me, to me, of who I am and who I'm saying this person is.
I like to understand, cause your house was never a home. 37, but you showing up as a 7-year-old. You got gambling problems, drinking problems, pill popping and spending problems, bad with money, whorehouse, soliciting women problems. Therapy's a lovely start, but I suggest some ayahuasca, strip the ego from the bottom. I try to empathize with you, cause I know that you ain't been through nothing. Crave entitlement, but wanna be like so bad that it's puzzling. No dominance. Let's recap moments when you didn't fit in. No secret handshakes with your friend. No culture cachet to binge. Just disrespecting your mother. Identities on the fence. Don't know which family will love you. The skin that you living in is compromised and personas. Can't channel your masculine even when standing next to a woman. You a body shamer. You go hide them baby mamas, ain't you? You embarrassed of them. That's not right. That ain't how mama raised us. Take that mask off. I wanna see what's under them achievements. Why believe you? You never gave us nothing to believe in. Cause you lied about religious views. You lied about your surgery. You lied about your accent and your past tense. All is perjury. You lied about your ghostwriters. You lied about your crew members. They all pussy. You lied on them. I know they all got you in them. You lied about your son. You lied about your daughter, huh? You lied about them other kids that's out there hoping that you come. You lied about the only artist that can offer you some help. Fuck a rap battle. This a long life battle with yourself.
It's still
It's the world.
like
You can change your.
it still sounds like a fucking ghost is saying that shit. Like that you lie. It still feels like a ghost is saying that shit, B. Like, oh my God. It's still oh all right. So word T? Okay. Shout out to Queen. He's gonna respond. Absolutely. 100%. He's not gonna walk away with people given the opportunity to see, like, oh, once he mentioned that I have an 11-year-old, I walked away. No, he's absolutely going to respond. You try 205, what up? He was talking about the beat sound like Elton John. Should be on the hook. I don't know about that, but all right, T. I respect the opinions. I don't think that anything has dropped that's been whack yet. Definitely not like that. Not dropping Gimme 50. Not Tailor Made. Not Euphoria. Not 616 in LA. Not Family Matters. Not Meet the Grams. Nothing has dropped that's been whack. Nothing. Even some AI shit that came out was cool. The first AI shit that ever dropped with Drake was alright. And then the owl hunting or whatever by fake Kendrick was alright. I don't think anything that dropped was whack. So I mean, hey T, I ain't mad at you, homie. You welcome to have your opinion, but to me, you lie. You lie, B. Hell no. Members, what up? Leon Copeland, Drake mannerisms all consistent with his music. K. Dot, Black Power, love Black Power, white girl in the condo. Yeah, I heard some things about Kendrick's move to New York as if it was not 100% by choice. Heard that. I wonder if more gets expounded on that. The whole thing of him being in that New York apartment. I heard something about that and definitely drew about some curiosity. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. It's not over. More's gonna come. More's gonna come. All right, T. Like, all right, all right, all right. I ain't mad at you, kid. um. All right. Damn, there's a lot of comments. My bad. All right, this is what I'm gonna do. I think it was the last one I missed. Jimmy Hopkins salute once again. And no, I meant musically. Sonically, Euphoria is the best song released out of the bunch. Kendrick out hit the hit maker. I disagree. I don't think that sonically Euphoria is the best song. So that second beat, so obviously it warms up with the R&B ish whatever, where he's just like doing damn near a poem, and then that mid range, the main beat of Euphoria, I think is crazy, and then the end of it was cool. It was cool, but sonically overall as a song, Euphoria is not number one. Family Matters, dropping Gimme 50, even the beat where he does the melody, the drop, 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 that shit goes like that shit is almost, and then of course when you talk about sonically like that is played at for any occasion, the gym, hanging out, cleaning the house, in the club, on the charts, on an album, in a diss song, like it just all move, it just all works. So but I do think that Euphoria is the song that had the most uh cleverly laid angles and diss tracks. Obviously, the most layers, like from the title to the release date, to just everything. Like just Euphoria, I think one round one. You know what I'm saying? If you put it up against Drop and Give Me 50 or Tell Me or whatever. So, but I don't think sonically overall. Mm, 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 mm. All right. I do plan on still doing my members only stream. When I say members only stream, of course, when I go live, everybody will be able to join. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the email addresses live in the chat from the members, and I'm going to send you live on the stream, the link to join. I'm going to have you guys come up, join with me, and I'm going to, go back and forth with a couple questions, maybe some debates. We could talk about battle rap if you want. We could talk about this battle right here if you want. If there's a question that you ever wanted to ask me, you have the opportunity then. So I want to do that before the weekend is out. And it could be either about to start or already started. You got the trenches and Chrome this weekend, today and tomorrow. I want to purchase both streams, tune into those. I will see if I could come back tonight to talk about that. Maybe tomorrow when I'll do my stream, maybe maybe what I'll do is I'll try to recap both cards, or at least the main event from both cards, bare minimum, and also bring members up at the same time so we could do some battle rap together. If y'all want to talk about this, we could talk about this. than Drake and Kendrick shit. So I'll figure it out. But minimum one more stream before the week is over, and possibly 3 more streams or 2 more streams. Definitely at least one more stream. I'm not streaming anymore today unless something wild happens. I'm not streaming tonight unless if Drake drops some shit. Fuck it, we'll be back. You know what I'm saying? But I think I want to bundle my reactions to both the Trenches and the Chrome 23 cards together. So I'll make it tomorrow then when both events is done and wrapped up. All right, y'all. Appreciate everybody riding out. We had a good time here. This was a hour and 35-minute long stream. I think we're doing a good job building up checks and balances. Appreciate all the members building up the Sorry It's True podcast. I think we're doing a great job over here. I appreciate y'all. Keep me in the loop. Keep tweeting me and at me. Don't DM me. I had 100 tweets the other day. It doesn't work for me that way. Just tweet me the updates. Tweet me the ats of this happened. This link is crazy. This is a new angle. This new breakdown. This is a new picture of the 11-year-old. Whatever. Tweet it to me, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And also tweet me to, yo, wake the fuck up. They just dropped the same way y'all did this morning. All right. I'll be back in a few. I rock with y'all. Appreciate y'all. All right, I'm out.